This is Old Man PHP. I create PHP video tutorials for you guys who want to learn a new skill and compete with the young crowd. This is video 115L, not 2. 115L2, meaning part 2, because I stopped the 115L video yesterday because I had terrible pain in the knee that I couldn't stay sitting any longer. I had to put my feet up, and of course my medication, I needed it. Anyway, I ended up going to the doctor, and of course I find out, which they already told me before, that I would definitely need to get my whole knee replaced. Oh my God. Anyway, so I decided that I couldn't just stay on no more. So what I'll do is I'll continue with what we had from before. I guess the part that I needed to finish up, it was only very short. Maybe so, I don't know. I have to look into. Let's see what we got here. Okay, we were dealing with the bubble. Okay, it was dealing with the bubble sort. I think that's what it was. Yeah, let me see. So I need to, let's say, deal with, what was it? It was, no, that's not it. I guess I need to deal with this one right here, the 2 square and see how it's pink? And the closer it gets over here is bad. Bad. This is okay, alright. Average. These are the best ones. Even this one too. It just depends on what you're doing. So what I want to do is continue that. Let's go over here and let's bring this up a little bit so a little decent. I don't know why I always have to, but anyway, every time I work on a real project, I make sure I clear everything up before I kind of submit it, you know. So what is it that we're trying to do here? Exponented. Let's see, 2 plus I'm losing sensation in my tongue. I don't know because I bit it so many times, and I'm stuffed. I don't know why. I'm just stuffed. So we'll just say, you know, what is it that we're trying to do here? The power of 2, basically, really. Let's see, would it be? I guess it would be. I don't know. I'm not spelling this right. Oh, you know what it is? I forgot that. Oh, every time I type, I gotta really type it hard because this one is very horrible. Time doubles with each added input. You have to use for a brute force solution. I mean, the example is like you're trying every possible combination. Let's say like on the, you know, those little locks that have all these different numbers and you want to break in and you have to do the combination of lock. Yeah, the combination of multi-dial, you know, I'm talking about the bicycle locks. So for every dial added to the lock, the number of combination you have to try, right? And it doubles and it's no good. So when you listen, it handles the heavy algorithm safely if you did it a certain way, right? The old what is that? The O and 2, but now you're dealing in which is the bubble sort, right? And the recursive Fibonacci. I don't know. Maybe we'll play around with that. The right way to use them is to limit the input size so you don't have to crash the system. Remember that one? So increase the time limit. So what we could do is we could increase the time. I don't know. Let me see. I have to bring up, what is it? php.ini. I already showed several times that video, but you know, just go back to it. I'll give you the command. Let me see. We can just do it right there. We could just increase the time. Let's see. We could say, oh my God, we can increase the time, right? limit. That's it, basically. If you know the operation is going to be heavy, you should do that. Let me just put that down. If you know the operation is heavy. Let me just put it like that. Okay, so what we could do is we could say we could set the time limit. Remember that one? Set time limit. And we could just say do it for 60 seconds. So it gives the script 60 seconds to run. And what else can we do? We could let's assign we could do it like let's just do it this way. We just say like that, and then we'll go. What was the name of the thing that I really needed to do? I don't know. If I assign this, you know what we could do is let me I'm gonna have to run this, but what can I do? What is this? Oh, yeah. Fine if I let's create the function first. I always like to create the function first, so we're gonna say recursive Fibonacci. Remember the Fibonacci numbers? And then we already show you how to create that in one of the videos. We should remember which video it was. So if you go like, let me see. Let's do a little space here. Let's say if n is less than or equal to, let's say 1. Let's put a space here. Then we could say return. Remember, I prefer if you kind of did this instead, but that's okay. What is it? $n. And what is that? Is it right here? What is it? Oops. Let's bring this down, and then we could say return. What is it that we need to return? We're just gonna run this over again. Let's see. This stuff when we created the first time, remember I showed you how to do this? It kind of calls himself up again. I guess we could do that again. That should work. And then we'll say if it's less than 1, and then we'll say well plus, and that will be less than 2. Hopefully that will work. If it don't work, then we'll have to figure out what the story is. So basically what I want to do is take this and put it in here. What is that noise? You hear that noise? That's the building. It's moving. See, if you give it the 10 seconds to run, it gives it time for it to do its thing, right? So if you keep the numbers low that you want to pass on low, that will be safe. But if you kind of said, oh, I want to make this into 100, that will be like the wrong way, and this will hang up your server. So we just got to keep those numbers low. So hopefully this will work. If it don't work, well, we have to try to figure out why. Now, what I'm going to do, it's not going to do anything. First of all, you're calling this, it does this crap, it goes into here, and that's it, it just sits there. So I definitely will get an error, not an error, but it's nothing would happen. So we'll just say results, like that, and that will be this word. Hopefully I am spelling these things. Let me see, this is the same, of course I am, because you copied it. So let's see. Probably, I don't know. Let me see. I'm gonna have to look at this for a quick second. Let me see. Okay, we're passing that 30 to this guy. It takes the 30, says it's less than this. Return this, but it ain't. What the heck? And then it says otherwise. Let's return this minus 1 plus this minus the 2. That moves it over 1. Let's see. Did I save it? Yes, I did. Did it go? Oh yeah, look, it worked. It actually worked. Let's move this guy. Those numbers are crazy though. And then I could just go, I don't know. Let's save this. The results is 83240. Wow, it actually freaking worked. Now, what I want to do is, right, I just want to say that it's best, you know, we've been using, like, we've been creating the bubble sort. We're creating these things, right? We're creating the functions to do certain things for us to find. You know, you're better off, and it's great. You know, when you do these kind of things, you are learning. You're picking up on things. You go, oh yeah. And I always say that if you do it the procedure way or the long way, or so that when you can do it, learn it. Then you say, you look it up and you say, you know something. Now that I understand what's going on, that I understand that's actually what the function sort does. It actually does these type of things. Let me take a little sip of my cold coffee that's been sitting there. And I hope you guys got coffee. You want to take a break? Put it on hold. Go get your coffee. Come right back. Because I'm going to talk about, as a matter of fact, I'm going to put here some line. Let's put some line here. And then we're going to say, use, after you have learned all these little things and how to do the bubble sort, this and that, you know, the things that I kind of showed you already. And you're going to see, well, you know, there are built-in functions that are great in PHP. So use those first. You know, you can build the stuff like the bubble sort yourself, and you can figure it out. And then once, even if you did it that one time, and from another project, keep it on the, you know, make sure that it's in the back burner, because in case you might have to go back to it, and then look for the actual built-in function first. Because the right way to do the big O in PHP, because you gotta remember, it's not like C and those other languages that do a little, kind of a little different. They're built to like, what is that other one? Python and all that, that's kind of built for that. PHP is a little different, right? So you have to do certain things to make it work. So, I mean, the right way to do the big O in PHP is to use the functions that are already built into the language. I mean, there is, because when I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, what's his name? Jerry. And he said that, you know, I might show maybe the people, instead of doing like a kind of like a comparison, not a comparison, but more, and I'm like, you know, I had a great idea, and I think I could do that. So that's why I took the time for this one. So we're gonna say this is the goal. We're gonna say like this, right? I'm just gonna put the, doesn't make custom script like that. I'm gonna have all this stuff in the everything that we talked about that you don't see what I said. I'll have it on the, because remember, I am also recording this whole thing. So let's say if you're gonna like for learning, and then we'll put, this will be the PHP way. Yeah, we'll see, like in the production, you know. I can't wait to show you these other things I have in mind. Ooh, I can't wait. You know something? We're gonna need to and then over here we're gonna say it probably would not work if you kind of do it. It doesn't matter. I mean, I'm just doing that for now because I'm showing you. Alright. Oh. I don't know why I do that. Always do that. And then you go over here. Okay. Maybe I can get rid of this crap here. Make this, make it look like it's part of the. Okay, that's nice. I could have just made it straight through and not worry about this crap. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do. How about we? Let's move it over. That's cool. That's fine. So now what I want to do is what the goal is, right? So if you're going to do, let's say, search, then you want to, I don't know, so we'll do like this. Then you want to do, maybe I should, it doesn't matter. We just put it like this. Then you want to use, now you, like for the search, right? We did, what did we do? We did the find value, right? Like this. And then for, instead of doing what you built, why don't you just, you know, this is going to be a little, hold up. I don't know, I'm a stickler for these type of things. Let's see what we got here. Like that's good enough. We can move this over a little bit. Boom. Move this guy a bit. Right there. And then just say. And then on the PHP side, you should use in_array. Remember that one? Then you could say like the target, remember? Because you're searching. Oh, it's the other way around. Yeah, that's it. That's the right way. And then of course your arrays right here. So you're saying if let's say target is 8 and you have an array with a whole bunch of numbers, so that array will be here. So you're saying, oh, is this 8 inside this array? That's basically it. And if it is a true, then it'll be true. You know what I mean? All right. So that's just the other way. And then now we're also using, what did we do? We did the sorting, right? When we were doing the sorting. Okay, wow. We're doing the sorting with the bubble sort, right? And why not use the PHP sort? So it would be something like sort underscore dollar ARR. You know. Well, either way, I messed up, didn't I? Like that. Anyway, so you did the double sort, and when I used the sort, and then what was the other one? The thing with the keys. So we go like this, we say keys, and what we did, we created one called, what was it called again? No, not that one. I thought I did. I thought I created the key thing. What was the name of it? Oh, that was the other pass. That was the video before, not this one, the part one. It was another one. Remember we talked about get permutation. Remember that one? And that would be, so instead of doing that, why don't you just use array underscore keys, or you can say array underscore flip. I know we haven't talked about flip, but I always show you that. Maybe we did, but we're doing all about the arrays. So I guess that's the summary checklist for the right way of doing things. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, let's do this. Let's summary checklist. I'm gonna say the right way. All right, it will be the checklist. You know something? I'm gonna do. Let's do this. Jump this down here. That way I don't have to. Let's close it up. Right here, we could say, what can we say? We could say always, you know, we could always sort the arrays before using, remember the logarithmic O log n for the search? Make sure you sort it right away. Do that first. Never use the that ON character 2, the power of 2 or higher, which happens to be 2 higher. This one right here. Don't use this and all these guys. Try to build on a way of doing things that you're using the way this big old notation is using for these guys. You know, time complexity, better, the best, better than average, you know, but they're still good because it does this different than this. Because you're using remember the analogy of, you know, 2 times 2 is 4, but if you wanted to do the 2 in the log of with 4, then you know it's going to be 2, right? That's the math. Excuse me. How about if I just write this stuff down? So sort your array before using logarithmic, which is the O log n for search, right? So we'll say search here, and then use never use that. Never use the old. Not if you can help it, right, man? Don't use it because this is a slow machine down. Might even crash your server. Or higher, of course. I already showed you what I'm talking about. On a large, remember that? On a large data set. Don't do it. I mean, something like 1,000 and plus items type things. Let's just write that down right here for you. Don't use them. If it's like less than that, I mean, you can get away with it. Don't use it like in a web request, because it'll kill you. It'll kill you. Wait a minute. I don't know why I do that. It's like an automatic. Then what was I use? Look up here. Amazon. They can get this. I'm getting a package. Use the triple, you know, like the strict comparison in the loops to avoid weird PHP type juggling, which I showed you. Anything, you know, just use the triple. Let me write it down. Use the 1, 2, 3. Without, what is it? That will be the strict comparison. Compare something like that. In your loop to avoid where PHP types. Yeah, what is it called? Type juggling? Yeah, that's another word we use. Or type painting. Because it'll create by skip this one here and just say bugs. There you go. Isn't that great? I wanted to show you one more. That's for that, but I wanted to show you, I don't know, the ON thing with the exclamation mark. I'm going to say, I'll tell you what, let's go to, where is it? This. Let's put it over here. Let's get rid of those spaces, man. Come on, man. Come on. Let's do this one. I don't like playing with this stuff like this because I'm always afraid on my testing stuff that I might end up freaking killing the server. And that will be your worst. Remember, that's why you got red. It's the worst. Don't do it. But I wanted to show you anyway, because the time grows extremely fast, man. Like those really fast things, and it seems in a problem like the traveling of the salesperson, right? So, like in other words, when you're calculating every possible order in which a commuter could visit 10 different cities, let's say, adding just one more city, like 11, doesn't just add a little time, it multiplies the previous, like the total time by 11. That's why it's not a good idea to have, something. All this stuff that I just mentioned, I will have it on the description below. But I want to go for the example stuff. So we'll say like, let's do this. Let's create a function. So let's say function definition. Oh my gosh. All right. So I'm gonna say function, and remember the one, we're gonna bring that one back. Might be different though. Yeah, it might be different. Let's see. Let's say the items. Then we say the perms. That's the one we used before. Remember that one? Or was I dreaming that? Oh, I leave it. Then we'll go like this, and then we're gonna say, oops. Sorry guys. And let's say if it's empty. I think that's what it was. Oh, no, come on, man. Don't do this right now. My knee's acting up again. Oh my god. Don't tell me I'm gonna be. Oh. Remember how we used to implode? Can't even hear myself. Remember that? No. That's not what I want. Like that. And then we say $perm. I don't know if this is gonna work the same way as when I first saw you, because right now I wish I had it here. Which one was it? don't know. Let's just play with it, and if something happens, we'll just try to fix it, okay? And then we're going to say enclose. Now we do the else. I'm going to check it again. Oh my god. Let's save the for the for loop. I think the universe is trying to tell me something, man. What would be here? That would be the items. Let's see. Let's just do this. Let's say dollar new items equals dollar item. I guess I just need more recovery time because this knee is already acting up on me. Then we're going to say perm. I think I did it differently on the other one. I still remember and then what I wanted to do is extract the one item from the current list, right? How can I do this? Let me see. This might not even work, 32. Well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe it will work. Maybe, let's say if I wanted to, let me see. I'm going to do this. There's a thing, I could use the list function and remember the array underscore splice? I don't use it much, I only use it a few times. We could extract one item from the current list, right? Let's say, how about we just say extract one item from the current list. We're going to use something called list dollar. I'm going to say foo, number foo. And then we're going to say equals to array. I don't know if this will work in 32 because it will take me some time. And then we're going to say dollar new, because I'm thinking that this, we did it not too long ago. Dollar I 1. Why is it not? Let's get down here like this. Let's put like that. The reason why I do these kind of things. See the should I put it here? Okay, let's say the list function is used to assign values to a list. Simple as that. Of a variable in operations. I'm sorry, Andy. Andy's my son. And oh no, don't do this. Oh man, I'm gonna have to continue. I cannot stop now. The array is a splice. The function removes selected elements, of course, from an array, I should say, really. and replaces it with a new one. New element. Elements. And then you're going to say the function also returns an array with the removed elements. Let's see. Why do we do this? Boom. And then this one, I'm going to have to cut it more. Oh my god. Let's move this guy. You know what I'm going to do? What is this? How the hell did this get? This is a strange thing. Why? Let's say we do this instead. So now it doesn't, like that. It makes it easier for me. This one too, what the heck. Like that. Hopefully that'll work. And then what we're going to do is, remember the unshift we have, you know how we do the array pose and what is it, the pop and push. Well, this is the unshift. It's like you add it in the front of the array, you can use the unshift. And I showed you do that when we were doing arrays. So we can kind of say array underscore unshift, like that. And that will be the dollar new perms dollar fool. Oh, I guess I can kind of put here adds elements to the front. And then this one, I don't know, I'm going to run it, right? I'm going to say get permutation, and then say dollar new items. It's probably going to fail because I always mess it up. Doesn't mean I don't know what I'm doing. Oops, that should be. Let's see. I think what I'm trying to say here is a recursive. So it says repeats. Repeat until no item, right? R left. Okay. Uh-oh. Something is up. Oh, it's missing something. What the hell is I missing? I am missing. Yeah. The I++. But we don't want to do that. See, remember how I used to say that when you want to take the I minus, you print out whatever the I is and then take away, so that the next time it goes around, it gives you the one that you just took away. So the minus beforehand says take it out first before you print it out. So it'll be more So we'll do minus dollar I, like that. Dollar I. Something is not culture. There's something missing too, because if I'm doing the counts, this will be the count of that. Wait, I'm missing the middle part, man. How could I just not? I'm glad I caught it in time. Not caught it in time, but I saw that little red thing. Is greater than or equal to 0. That should do the job. Let me see. If counts is 1 equals to 0. Thank you guys who helped me. Let me see. You want to take it out because you did this, and then you could do that. All right, so far. So let me save this just in case. It might not work, but we'll figure it out. All right. So now what I want to do is I want to create the data part. So I'm going to say the data part. I guess I would say dollar my items, because now you got to call it up, right? Let me create the variable, which is the array of ABC, and that would be the combination of A, I think that's how it was on the other, B, and of course C. There you go. And then, of course, we want to do the execution, right? So we're going to say space execute, like that. And what I want to do is I want to echo it, right? We'll run it and then we'll echo it. Remember the strong? It's part of the HTML3. I mean, let me just give it a strong. Make it like bold. Mutation for A, B, and C. B, B, ba, ba, dee, ba, doo, ba, doo. I don't know. Then we go like this and just close it up, right? Because every element, HTML element has an opening and a closing, a start and an end. And then, how about we just put some spaces? How about we do double spaces? And then, this is the echo part. This doesn't do anything. Now we're going to run it. I'm going to say, where is it? I guess I'm going to misspell it, you know. And then we'll say, let's take this guy. Put it right in here. Uh-oh. And you know, this is like a real dangerous way of doing things, but I wanted to show you. Let's put the like this, because I'm gonna write some few things down after we have fixed it. Did it do it? Yes, it did. Look at this. It did it. So it did the combination. Ah, this is great. This is great. Where is it? I thought I had this in on the other one. I can't believe it. I actually remember how to do something. This part right here almost got me confused. What the hell is it? Oh wow, this is great. Now I just want to explain why this script is dangerous. So I'm gonna say, I can't believe it. Look, it did the combination. It did combination. Let's say if you have a guy. I remember working for not JP Morgan, some company. What is it called? I think it was a Riverside Research. They had the vault. I had the top secret clearance, those kind of things. We need to check out some. So that was a Star Wars thing from Reagan. Reagan wanted to have, I'm not gonna talk about it here. And they had a combination. There was like 3 different types of. Was it 3? Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Maybe 4. Maybe 3. Maybe 3 or 4. I don't know. We needed a combination, but it was numbers. And we wrote it. I wrote it differently at the time, but because this took too long, and I did it in Fortran, by the way. Fortran. Or was it Basic? It probably was Basic. Then I got the list, and then I created it, and then it got me a list like this. Like this. And what I did was I went through the list, right? I just went to the lock, and I was like, okay, let me do ABC. That didn't work. So B, A, C. That didn't work. ACC, ACB. That didn't work. And until I found this. This is it. And this is the one way of doing it. Like this. In PHP. It's crazy, though. I know there's another way of doing it, too, because I kind of did that one time. I wrote it was in Active Server Pages, ASP. And I wrote something that would give me all the combinations of lotto numbers. And believe me, it ran and gave me stacks. I mean, papers that were like built up to my waist, from the floor to my waist, a couple of them like that. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh shit, these are the combinations. Thinking that I was gonna get the right combo. And it did. It gave me all the combination, but it was way too much for me to even go through. It was crazy times. Anyway, so I'm going to mention the why doing it this way is very dangerous. Why this script is dangerous. That's like the big old warning, man. Let me put this in caps. Because before you run this, look at how the workload grows. Each additional items make the list of results, right? Yeah. Each one, right? And then before you, and it grows and grows and grows, and this could be like, right now we're only using this, say ABC, but if you had like I did before when I did the Active Server Pages, it took tons of paper, but I was printing it out. I remember doing one of these for using Fortran. I almost killed the server. I found out it was me who killed it. Because I forgot to break out of it. This is why it's dangerous to do that. So I guess I could do the same thing I did. Like right here, let's see. Let's do it like that too. I'm going to have it here for you anyway. I guess number of items. How about that? So if you say like number of items, like that. This one, I don't know what I want to say. Total permutation, maybe. That would be like total permutation. That would be the end. That right here, that's crazy. And of course the speed. The speed. Like that. And we'll keep going. Let's see what we have here. Let's see here. I don't know. So like if you did like, let's say like 3 items, right? And the total, let's see, it would be what? It would be 6. And then the speed will be instant, right? It will be very fast. It will be very fast. So I'm going to say instant. But if I did, let me just open this, let's copy some of this. Like that. Now, if I did 5 items, right? It becomes 120 because it's the combination of 120, right? Then you would say, like right now we did what? What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, 6. That's why you gave it to me fast. If it was an extra item, 120. Let me see. Let's go this way. And then this will be instinct. It'll be fast. You know, like if I added, I don't know. Let's say. Let's say like this, right? Save it. See, it gave me 120 combinations, right? 120 combinations. That's fast. You saw how fast it gave it to me. But if you did, we're not going to try it either because there are 10 items. It'll be very slow, but you get it, right? You get, let's just try to do it anyway. Okay, let's do the. This is the most craziest thing that I'm gonna do, but it will give me 3,628,800 combo. So it will be like very slow. Man, I hope. I mean, I could do it. If you guys don't mind seeing it, very slow. It'll be like seconds and minutes. It might be. Let's see. Should we try? Ooh, I don't know. Let me see. No. G H I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. That will be 10 items. This will be the combo. Let's give it a shot here. Now, I think I'm going to run my timer. Let's see what we got here. Let's do this. Doing it from the phone. Let's see what the timer is. What's the stopwatch? I'm going to do this. All right. Whew. The moment I hit it, it'll be, oh my God. Let's drop this here. And go. See where it says transferring data? See if we can do it again. See? Transferring data. Oh my God. And as you can see, off. Oops, excuse me, I didn't mean to curse. Ooh, should have done this. Oh my God. I mean, it's very slow, but it shouldn't crash my computer yet. Oh, it's working hard. You hear it? Ooh. Very slow. See, this is the problem. Now imagine if you had 12 items. That will kill your, that will crash your computer. You will get like, matter of fact, I'm gonna write it down right here. You will get like this. This is old man PHP.